All right, so I've got something kind of fun to share with you today. This is something that Julia put together for us, and it is a really simple, easy, fast, easy peasy idea for an Easter pillow, or I should say pillows, right? Because on this project there are actually two of them. And again, it's so simple to make. This one says happy. And dun, da, 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 this one says Easter. There we go. Isn't that fun? So, happy Easter. So, today I'm going to share with you how glitter applique works and show you that, obviously you don't have to use glitter applique for a project like this, but isn't that so fun to be able to use the glitter applique? I would imagine a lot of you may already have glitter applique sheets at home that you could pull out and be able to trace some letters and see how fun it is to make these projects. So let me pull those aside. I took some pictures yesterday in my home, and I'm going to show you what that looks like here. So this is on our couch in our family room, and so you can see the two pillows side by side together, and then you just have some fun colorful pillows behind it, obviously. But just so easy. I mean, this will take you about an hour to complete because it is that simple. And then I thought, oh, I like it. I don't know if I like it more on the couch or would I like it on the mantle. So I took a couple pictures on the mantle as well. And here is one of them. So I have happy. I've got my fun little garland with the carrots there. And then on here, we'll bring this one up. Happy Easter. There we go. So very, very simple, easy to do. Okay. And yeah, I mean, you don't have to do it with glitter sheets. You could do it with regular applique, but just something kind of fun. All right. There we go. So let's talk about how they work. So first of all, they come in little tubes like this. I'm using the glitter applique sheets from Kimberbell, and I believe there's like 13 or 14 different colors, maybe even more. So many different colors. Yes, Jennifer, she said, I'd love to do my girls' names. Would you give the whole alphabet? I don't have the whole alphabet. I just have the alphabet for Happy Easter, but we could probably put together an entire alphabet for you as well. But right now I just have the Happy Easter. So, but this would be so cute for a little girl's bedroom. Obviously you could do, anything besides just Happy Easter. You could do Happy Spring. That would be really fun too. So when they come out of the sheet, they come in sheets out of the tube. This one is just an already cut piece, okay? So this is, there is a clear plastic film on it, and you want to keep that on for right now at the beginning, okay? But I just want you to see how it does peel back to reveal the rest of the glitter. The nice about the applique is that you don't have glitter all over the place. It's amazing. So, but I'm going to keep the plastic on for now while we do this first step. So, oh, Jenny? Oh, I think is she still there? Oh, no, I better go grab my pattern from the printer. If you were on with me at the very beginning, I was having a hard time getting the something to print. This is what I was trying to print. Bum, bum. I've got a pattern for you. All right, let's head back. Jenny must be downstairs. Okay, here we go. Hope I haven't made you dizzy. Okay, so we've got a pattern. What do you know? With letters. What do you know? Yay! Okay, so how we do this, glitter applique glitter applique, I should say, works a little differently than regular applique. And I'll show you what I mean by that. Do you see like the E here? Now with normal applique, if you are doing it with fabric, you need to reverse the E. Okay, the E needs to be in reverse. But with this applique, with glitter sheet applique, you do not need to reverse it. Okay, so that's the #1 rule to remember. Now, what I'm going to do, I'll cut out a T just to make it a little bit faster. Okay. What I recommend you doing, this is, by the way, a downloadable pattern. And what I would do is I would make a copy to have always on hand. So I would keep it like in a file folder or something. And then I would make a second copy that I could cut apart, okay? Because what you're going to do on this one is we are going to cut directly on the line, and this is going to serve as our little template for the glitter applique. Okay, so this is just regular paper, and I'm just cutting directly on the line. Okay, now if you were with me yesterday, I showed you an applique method where we used the fusible peel and stick. And remember, I told you do not cut directly on the line because we were doing it with fabric. But with glitter applique, we do. Okay, hopefully I haven't confused you too much. You're going to cut directly on the line out of just regular paper. Now, at this point, you're going to take your glitter sheet and you will trace it directly on top of the plastic. So let me bring you down here for a minute. Okay, there we go. And what I'm going to do is, because it has a tendency to slip and slide a little bit, I'm going to take a little glue stick and just kind of put it there to hold it down, so it doesn't slide all over the place on me. And now I will cut it out. Again, remembering that it's not on the back. Okay, it is not on the back. It is actually on the front of the glitter sheet. And so that's why sometimes people don't like doing this method, because the plastic has a tendency to, wiggle on you. And it's a little bit more of a challenge, I should say. It's not hard, it just gives it more of a challenge to cut it out. But I'll tell you, the little trick of using a glue stick will help tremendously, because that pattern isn't going to go anywhere. And then I can just peel that off, no big deal. And even the plastic's going to come off here in a minute. So it doesn't matter if there's a little bit of glue residue on there. Okay, so here's my tea. And now, before you add it to anything else, you will actually peel the plastic sheet off. Don't forget that. That's really, really important, because you don't want to sew through the plastic. Okay, you do not want to sew through the plastic. So pull it off, and it's going to reveal this beautiful shiny letter. Then another thing I like to do, they recommend that you don't put the iron directly on the glitter, so they recommend using a pressing cloth. What I actually do is I will kind of take a little bit of the stick off of this just by simply rubbing my fingers over the top, and then I will place it back on as I go to press. All right, so let me grab a piece of fabric here. Well, what do you know? I have leftover of my gray polka dot from yesterday. Dun, dun, dun. Let me get this a little closer. Okay, so I'm ready to now stick this onto my fabric, and I just place it like that. And I'm going to place my little quote-unquote pressing sheet over top of it. Now, some people might think, well, why don't you just leave the plastic on and then take it off after you press it. It will be much easier if you take it off, get rid of some of the gunk on the back of the pressing sheet, then put it back on, and then you'll see here in a minute how it will just come off very easily. But again, you do not want to sew through it until that plastic is off. Same with embroidery. So whether you have a sewing machine or an embroidery machine, the glitter applique sheets are wonderful. You can do it either way. You can sew through them or you can embroider through them. Okay, or you don't have to do any sewing at all. If you wanted to do this applique pillow and not have any sewing around it, you certainly could, and it would be just fine because these are permanent. So now after it gives a little cool down, see how that just comes right off. If I hadn't removed some of that gunk first, it would be a lot more difficult to peel off, and then you might get this to peel off too. So, but that just came right off, no big deal. And now I have my letter all pressed on and glittery. So what I would do now, this happens to be a brown piece of glitter. I would use brown thread, and I could either do a blanket stitch around it or I could do like a tiny zigzag stitch. I would probably keep to the same color thread as what my letter was. It's just a suggestion. You don't have to, but let's take a look again at this. You can see that, oh, I got to cut those orange threads coming out. But yeah, we used orange thread on this, and it's beautifully blanket stitched all the way around. We use green right here, purple right here. And so really the star of the show is the glitter applique and not the stitches. Another reason why I like to use the same color stitches, the thread for my blanket stitch is because, to be honest, if you mess up, it's okay. You hardly will even be able to tell when it's matching the same color. So that's always nice too. That's always a bonus, I like to say. But really, the reason why I like to do it is because if I were to use black, which I certainly could, and some of you may choose to do that, that would be totally fine. But I really want the glitter to be the star and not the stitches. Okay, that's just a personal preference. All right. So that is as easy as it gets. Isn't that simple? So that's it. What questions do you have? Let's see. Um, let's see. Yeah, that doesn't happen. What doesn't happen, Brenda? I'm not sure. Is it the sticking doesn't happen, or what might it be? Okay. Blanket stitch is so nice you can't even see it. Yeah, you really can't. And so that's why if you wanted to do a you know, like a zigzag stitch, you certainly could do that too. Oh, it looked like someone maybe had a bad experience with doing heat. Let's see. You could press it before peeling. Oh, Charlotte said, my iron was so hot that the plastic melted all over my iron. Oh, wow, interesting. Yeah, that must be what Brenda was referring to. I've never had that problem. It must have been really, really hot. I've never had a problem with the plastic melting, but I'm only leaving it on there for maybe 10, 15 seconds. So, but you could certainly use a pressing cloth too, but you notice there's like no melting whatsoever on this piece of plastic. So anyway, no, the iron won't melt the plastic. It should be just fine. Okay, let's see. Yay! Diana said, wow, that's fantastic. I didn't know you could press on the plastic. What is the best temp? I actually have this on high. It's on a high setting. I just don't, I don't press it for too long. I keep it about 10, 15 seconds or so. So anyway, is the glitter washable? Yes, you can certainly wash it. We have done this like on t-shirts before without even sewing around it. Washed it. You always wash it inside out, outside in, inside out. And you shouldn't have any issues. I never put it in the dryer. I do hang dry if I am going to wash something with it. But yeah. Annette says she always uses a pressing cloth, has never had a problem. Good, 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 good. Um, let's see. Heidi, press first, then sew. Missed that step. Yes, you're pressing first. I haven't sewn it yet, but it is on there. It's on there really nice. It's permanent. But then I would go around and sew it. Okay, I would give it a nice stitch around it. Okay. Yeah, this is heat transfer vinyl. So it's made for heat. Okay. Vicky said Chris's little iron is 1,000 watts. Maybe the other iron was a higher wattage, perhaps. Yeah. Is there a link for the download for the letters? Yes. Yep, there is. I will share that here in just a minute. Okay. Oh, yay! Janine says, what is the best month to come to Utah after June? She retires in June. Oh, Janine, we'd love to have you come out here. Best month? I don't know. September's always a really pretty month because the leaves are starting to change colors. But I love June. I love July because it's really pretty. It's really green. But yeah, July, August, September are amazing, Marianne said, and I totally agree. Absolutely. All right. Let's see. What is the size of the pillow? Great question, Pat. It is approximately like 9 by 20, I believe. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was Kimberbell glitter. You must have had the heat up really, really high. But mine is on high and I do just fine. Now, again, if that's something that, and we do everything with just the regular iron, put it on. We've never had the problems with the plastic. But you certainly, if you are experiencing problems with the plastic, just put a pressing cloth over it. It should be just fine. Okay. All right. Oh, good. Gloria loves the projects with words and fabric, with typography, all different kinds of fonts. Please consider more projects with letters and words. Okay. Yeah, we could certainly do that for sure. Jennifer, you're coming out our way in September? Woohoo! Nice, nice, nice. Mine was the little triangle, so I'm sure it was super hot. Yeah, interesting, Charlotte. Not sure. But yeah, that's how easy glitter applique is. It really is so much fun. And Kimberbell uses it in a ton of projects. So really, really fun stuff. It's a great way to dress up an item, and it's just like you're going to treat it just like as if it were fabric, with not being afraid to sew through it. A lot of people are nervous about sewing through it. No need to be nervous about it. It really is that simple to do. And your needle will go through it like butter. Like butter, I say. No problems. Okay? Let me think. What else did I want to say about this? I mean, it really is so simple to do that it's not much of, a tutorial other than just, give it a try. Don't be afraid. Use all, one color glitter applique, or change it up.